Check it. Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. This is your weekly update and prediction, the time of the week where we look at my old prediction from last week, see if it was right or wrong, and if it was wrong, we see why so I can become a better technical analyst for everybody, and then also we give you guys a new weekly prediction. This is looking at the weekly candle. So what will the weekly candle bring? Will it be a green candle or will it be a red candle? These predictions are extremely hard to get right because of the macro time frame involved in it, but so far we have been pretty accurate, but you guys can judge that for yourself as you are the audience, and I want you to quickly think. Don't take my word for it. Go ahead and check the check record. But before we waste any more of your precious time, let's go ahead and leave the emotions at the door and check out the charts, the facts, the data. Let's go. Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we are looking at AMC, GME, SPY. This is your weekly update and prediction. This is where we revisit last week's prediction to make sure if it was wrong or right. That way I become a better technical analyst because I can then check my mistakes and also check for accuracy to keep things honest, open, and keep things transparent with you the way I like to be. So again, this video is not financial advice and should not be taken as such. Please do your own research and due diligence before buying any stock or crypto asset. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data, and see what we have going on. So guys, what we're going to be looking at first is actually the crypto market. We're going to be looking at the crypto market just real briefly, and then obviously giving you the weekly update and prediction for AMC and GME. Now again, I just want to look at the macro real quick. I just want to show you guys a few things that make it very, very evident to me that a bull run is coming and that my prediction of a 2024 bull run will come to fruition. You can see the Bollinger Bands are starting to constrict very, very tight here on the monthly time frame. That means a lot of volatility is coming, okay? We can also see on the monthly MACD is also red. Monthly MACD is also red. So these are very, very, very key indicators letting us know what is popping off with Bitcoin. And then also I want to show you guys on the weekly time frame. If we go ahead and scroll to the weekly, we do have a buy signals, okay? We do have buy signals on the super trend. So again, these are all indicators that we're going to have a massive uptrend in Bitcoin. And if you look at history, all of those indicators have shown that we have had a massive bull run after these indicators have flashed. Now, right here on the short term, just real quick, we are outside of the Bollinger Bands. RSI is overbought. So I do expect a pullback here in the short term. But this sign of strength of busting above this key level where the previous support of the last bull run, as you guys can see, this was the support of the last bull run. Once we broke above it, the 31,800, we took off, used it as support, took off, broke below it, we crashed. Now we are finally above it. If we come back down and use it as support, that's going to be also another official key indicator that we are moving into the bull run. Just quickly wanted to point that out there, and I will be saying that in other videos as well. So if you hear it again, that is why. Now, weekly update and prediction for SPY, AMC, and GME. Obviously, I was wrong on SPY. Normally, I get 2 out of 3 right or 3 out of 3 right, which is insane for each and every week making these predictions and getting that kind of accuracy, especially on this macro time frame, doing a whole week of prediction. In fact, some weeks I even tell you what days are going to be what. Like last week, I said Monday and Tuesday were going to be green. That's what we've seen. Monday, Tuesday, more right here. This was last week. Monday, Tuesday. This is not weekly. Hold on. I'll show you real quick. But you can also check the receipts. I said Monday, Tuesday, green. That was this day and this day. And then I said Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, red. And that's exactly what we've seen. So this kind of accuracy is extremely hard to get. So that's why you want to press subscribe to get this type of accurate technical analysis to help add to your research and make you become a better trader and more profitable. Again, do your own research and technical analysis before buying any stock or crypto asset. Now, what I believe we are seeing here in the market is a short squeeze. We can see there's a gap fill here. There's a gap fill here. There's gap fills here. There's gap fills here. There's 100 gap fills to the downside for SPY. Also in the 2008 fractal, this is something I want to point out, that in the 2008 fractal, we watched SPY bounce all the way back up to the key sloping resistance. So I just want to point this out. When it broke below, so it had a bounced up, broke below, and then it came all the way back up to this key sloping resistance. So again, this is something that you want to look for, and if it did that to date, and I've been saying this in my videos over and over and over again, it would actually come up to this white line here, and look where it seems to be topping out. You can see a little bit of a doji here. It does seem to be topping out here. Now, RSI is not oversold on the daily time frame, so we actually could see it get a little bit higher. The only time I would become concerned and say my SQQQ position if it broke above this yellow line here, then we would have to definitely start looking at something different. Something different happened. I was wrong. I'll gladly admit if I was wrong. That way nobody gets wrecked or anything like that. And everyone knows exactly what's going on. But I believe that we're actually right on track where we need to be, getting rejected from this overall white line right here, which is the sloping resistance in this 2008 fractal. Again, in the 2008 fractal, we had these 1, 2, 3, 4 lower lows. If we go ahead and look what's going on in 2008, 1, 2, 3, and then this would be our fourth lower low. We had that low, and then we bounced back up. You can see the bounce. These are huge candles. These are monthly candles. If you look at the time frame below, we bounced back up. It took a while to bounce back up, and then that's when we capitulated. So that's what I believe that we are going to see in SPY. I also believe that based off of the technicals, because we are in a bear flag. If you go ahead and look at this yellow line right here, this is a bear flag that we've been tracking for over a year. And then, of course, if we look at the market psychology chart, I also do think that we are in the complacency stage. If you look at the complacency chart, this looks exactly, or the whole entire chart, it looks exactly what we're seeing on SPY. A kind of upwards trend, then euphoria rally, then a drop to the downside, this upwards consolidation chop, bear flag, then we see a capitulation. If you go ahead and zoom out, when in doubt, zoom out, you guys can see this is exactly what we're seeing on SPY. Kind of an uptrend, then a parabolic uptrend, then you go down a slightly lower low, which is exactly what we're seeing. You also see this upwards consolidation chop, and then you start to see a little bit of chop before you finally capitulate. And you can see it's a slightly lower low, and you see a little bit of chop. And look how interesting this is. You see one dip. You see how there's a couple dips before you actually break the bottom, and you see how there's a low here before you make a lower low. Look how SPY moves, guys. This is very, very similar to what we are seeing here on that chart. So I do believe that we are in the complacency stage, and you can even see it now that people are thinking that this is the bottom. We're going to move into a new bull run. And again, not to be mean or anything or sound arrogant, but most of the people are wrong about the market. That's why 90% of people lose money in the market. So you have to have a contrarian mindset. You have to be able to think against the herd and do the opposite of the herd, and you will literally be profitable. And the herd is bullish. They're thinking it's going to go to all-time highs. So me personally, I am holding on to my SQQQ position and not selling till these gaps are filled, maybe even higher in these higher ranges, because I do believe SPY and NASDAQ will be coming back down to fill these gaps. NASDAQ has also made multiple gap fills as well to the upside. So again, these gaps are going to get filled. We're going to see downside. You can see NASDAQ has made a gap fill here, 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 and here. I don't even have them all marked on my chart because there are so many. These gaps are going to get filled. NASDAQ's probably going to come up and probably either test this sloping resistance here, which would be the same as the 2008 fractal. SPY is where it needs to be to test it. Basically, that number is at right now 436, 437, and I did talk about SPY going to 435, and we can see that SPY did actually hit 435. So guys, I've been right on spot on tracking this thing. So this is what I'm looking at as far as the technicals. Now, as for your weekly update and prediction, I did predict a red week, so I did get this one wrong. This is the first week that I've gotten wrong on SPY in a long time. You can go ahead and look back through all my updates of weekly update and predictions. I've been nailing it on the head. I've been killing AMC and SPY basically. GME is the one who's been giving me a little bit of trouble, but we did get GME right this week. But I predicted a red week for SPY. I thought we would see the pullback. I thought this move would take a little bit shorter than we thought and then start to pull back before we see continued downside. But guess what? Now I am predicting a red week for SPY. So far for your weekly update and prediction, red, okay? I think we're going to see a red week for SPY. We've seen a green week this week. I think we're going to be seeing a red week as far as I am concerned on SPY. You have this big green bullish engulfing candle. Again, most people would think we're probably going to see a green week. We're probably going to continue to the top. But me personally, I think we're going to see a red week topping out where this white line is. Now, again, I do just want everyone to realize that if SPY did come up and break above this yellow sloping resistance, that means that my thesis and everything was wrong, but I do not think that is the case. You can see that red MACD is red. I just want to be transparent with you guys, okay? Everything is tracking to what I said it would. I said SPY would be coming up to this sloping resistance here at 435 and then hitting its head. So I'm going to be predicting a red week for SPY. You can see that MACD is red. You can see that the trend overall is down. You can see that we're making lower lows here, and you can see right here on the smaller time frames, lower low or lower highs, I mean. So lower high here, and then lower high here. Sorry, lower high here, lower high here, you know what I mean, so on and so forth. So the trend is down, okay? The trend is your friend, and I do believe we're going to be seeing a red week on SPY, especially because all of these lower time frames are overbought. You can see they're extremely overbought. You can see that on some of them, prices outside of the Bollinger Bands. And then also on the smaller time frames, there's bearish divergence. You can see RSI is clearly trending down, okay? Clearly trending down while price is trending up. Bearish divergence always plays out. It will play out. You can see right here, even on the hourly, price trending down. You can see it more clearly on the 15 and on 30. RSI is trending down, price trending up, okay? Bollinger Bands constricting, red MACD here on the 30-minute time frame, red MACD on the hourly time frame, 2-hour time frame starting to curl out, showing momentum is dying out. SPY is going to top out here and then continue to the downside. And guys, I've been on point, okay? I told you SPY, if we follow the 2008 fractal, would come all the way back up here, which would be 435. That's exactly what we hit, and then top out and continue down. If we top out and continue down, my prediction will remain on track, and we'll be continue tracking this thing perfectly. I thought it would take a little bit quicker. I thought this move would be a quick, rapid move up, and we'd be able to pull back in time, but my timing was a little off. But again, as far as tracking this thing on where it's going to go, I've been on point, told you guys 435. Now, let's go ahead and move on to AMC and GME, giving you guys the weekly update and prediction for AMC and GME. Last week, I predicted a green week. I had this right, so there was no reason for me to explain what went wrong, so we can go ahead and move forward. GME getting this green weekly candle here. I'll show you right here. Nice green weekly candle. It was up 5% for the week. So let's see what we're looking at for GME. Most likely, I'm thinking green. Let me just see a few key things here before I give you guys your prediction. I want to check the daily time frame. Okay. I want to check the weekly. And then I want to check some of these smaller technicals and what's going on. Okay, so I'm going to predict a green week for GME. I'm going to predict a green week for GME. I think we're going to see more upside. It seems like they've been having a hard time getting some shares. So if we do see shares under 1 million for GME, that is bullish. Right now they have 1.6 million. They normally need not as much as AMC to push it down, but if we can see anything under 1 million, that would be bullish. But we have the Bollinger Bands constricting here. We have MACD starting to curl up. We have green MACD on the 2-hour, green MACD on the 4-hour, and green MACD on the daily. So these are all more macro time frame things that I'm looking at. Also, we've been oversold quite some time here on the higher time frames, such as the weekly time frame. It touched oversold, and then on the daily time frame, we did get into the oversold territory back here. So I do believe GameStop is actually forming a bottom, okay? And if you look at what it did recently, it tried to break above the macro sloping resistance marked here in this turquoise color right here. I'll quickly change it so you guys can see. It's now white. I'm going to change it back to the turquoise, light blue, whatever you want to call it. But if we break above that, guys, that is the macro falling wedge, okay? So if we can break above that and use that as support, GameStop's going to absolutely take off. And with the Bollinger Band starting to constrict and everything that I'm seeing with GameStop forming its bottom, where I believe it is on the psychology chart, moving out of the depression phase, making this V-shaped start recovery, doing a disbelief rally where everyone thinks it's a sucker rally, and then absolutely going into a hope, optimism, recovery rally. That's where I believe we are, right here at the end of the depression phase. So if we see GameStop start to move up and form also what is the macro triple bottom one, I'll show you guys here, and then also it's a Wyckoff accumulation, bottom one, bottom two, bottom three, and that would take us back up to these ranges where the gap fills are at $30 to $40. The gap fills are at $37, $39, but it would take us to basically $40 right here. Double bottom one, or bottom one, bottom two, and then bottom three. That's a triple bottom. That would take us back up into this range here. Guys, GameStop would absolutely explode if this were to happen, okay? Breaking out of this wedge would be crazy. Also, the wedge is a bullish continuation pattern, which insinuates that we could possibly see an even higher high. I showed you guys this before, but I'll show this to people that are new to my channel because I'm constantly getting new subscribers. But guys, a falling wedge is a bullish continuation pattern, and if you look at what GameStop is in and been in, is a macro falling wedge. Again, just macro takes time to play out. It takes years, months. It takes a long time, but you have a uptrend, falling wedge, uptrend. Then if you go ahead and look at what's going on, uptrend, falling wedge, uptrend. Guys, I believe the breakout is coming for GME, okay? So I do think we're going to see a green week. I believe that this slow bleed out that we were seeing is basically this last little capitulation stage. Basically, if you look at GameStop, it's basically making this move. If you look, you have this bottom, and then you have a lower low. And if you look at what GameStop did, it had a bottom, and then it had a lower low. So if we go ahead and look, it had a double bottom here, and then went out to like this slow bleed out. This is to get all the paper hands out and get only the people that are going to hold, and then the new buyers to get in. So you're only going to have the people left that are convicted and holding this thing to the end. It doesn't matter how low it's going, because that's what this kind of stage is for. Dumping it down gets everyone out that's not convicted and that needs to take profit. Then once it's down here and people are in the red and are really hurting, it gets the rest of the people out that just can't take the pain anymore. Once you get way down here and bottom out again, that gets only the people that are going to just never sell. They're either going to never sell, or it gets people that are looking for beat down stocks that know that this has to be near the bottom and that are going to start investing in this thing and holding. And that's what allows to build a base for a bull run, okay? I hope people can understand that. Psychology is key in this thing. So I'm going to start explaining that kind of stuff. But anyways, that is where I believe GameStop is in that phase. And I believe that people dollar cost averaging at these levels on both AMC and GameStop, because I believe they're both at the same stage, are going to be greatly rewarded. Not financial advice. I did dollar cost average into GameStop, and that is already in profit. We are looking good, guys. So for GameStop, a green week, guys. A green week. Right now, it's basically in this bull flag. Right here, you can see kind of like a falling wedge. I'll draw it for you guys right here. Just very roughly draw it. I'll have more technical analysis, obviously, on Monday on the live stream. But basically like a falling wedge here, guys. So we're looking good, all right? GameStop is going to be a green week for my weekly update and prediction. Now, let's move into AMC. AMC stock and show you guys what's going on. So I told you guys if AMC broke above the key levels of $11, we're going to see a nice move. But before that, I told you I think it was like $9.65. And then we broke above $9.65 and had an incredible pop to the upside. That was on Friday that I told you guys that if we could break above it, and then that's exactly what we've seen. Now, we do have gap fills to the downside here at $10.50, so we do want to be aware of those. And right here at $10.15. But right now, AMC looks like it's setting up for a very, very nice move. I'm going to be talking about these setups through the rest of the videos and throughout the live stream, so make sure you guys tune in. But this looks like a beastie setup, especially when you zoom out and see what it's doing, stair-stepping up, getting higher and higher. It's definitely setting up to put in a higher high. You can already see that it made a higher high than here, and I told you guys it would because it keeps making higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. I told you guys that once it consolidated here, it's going to be making a higher high. But this isn't it yet. The high I think it's going for is this gap fill. And I told you last week that it would probably fill it the week before this one or this week. So I think we're going to try to fill this gap fill this week. If we don't fill the whole thing, it's going to partially fill it. But I think $11.69, we're going to start getting into that $11.50, $11.80, $12.50 range. We're going to start getting there, guys. We're forming a bottom, okay? There's no doubt about it. We're forming a bottom on AMC. Again, when in doubt, zoom out, especially when making macro predictions. You can see that the RSI was oversold, so that's where you should have been buying here at that $7 range. I know I bought myself a brand new position in AMC at that range, been dollar cost averaging to lower my main position, so it's in profit after we fill these gaps. But no doubt about it, GameStop is forming AMC is forming a bottom and about to see a nice pop to the upside. You can see that the MACD is starting to curl up here on the weekly time frame. On the daily time frame, we have green daily MACD. There's guys, this thing is looking better and better by the day, y'all. Better and better by the day. And I cannot wait to see this thing fly. Okay, you guys can believe what you want. You can do what you want. But it's basically going to go into a disbelief rally where nobody thinks it can go higher, but it's going to keep going higher and higher. And then that's when all the people that thought it couldn't go higher are going to start FOMOing in. But people like me, the smart money movers, are actually going to already be in. And yes, we'll be there to be able to sell you all the shares that you need. But we're not going to even be selling then because we're going to be selling at the top of the euphoria rally, okay? This is what I do. I build my positions down here in the anger and depression phase and sell them up here. When I see people in the comments say, oh, AMC is dead, the play is dead, I seen people say that when it was $7. That's when I started loading up because, unfortunately, again, people are always wrong, guys. I'm sorry. It's just not to be mean, not to be ignorant. They're just wrong. The herd is wrong. So when I see people in the comments, so guys, if you see comments in my videos, AMC is dead, it will never go up, it's going bankrupt. Not financial advice. That means go in because people get too emotional. They don't understand what's going on. All you have to do is focus on the data. The data will keep your mind right. Put emotion to the side, and you will be successful in this game. And, of course, experience helps as well. But I accumulate down here at the point of maximum financial opportunity and then offload to all the people that are going to be wrong at the point of maximum financial risk. That's where they buy. And, again, they buy the tops and sell the bottoms because they buy up here, and then they panic sell and think they can't lose anymore. Listen, once you get into the groove and know what is going on, focus on this chart. This chart is gold. That's why I always tell people to focus on this chart. Focus on the technicals. Focus on the fundamentals, and you're going to be okay. Like Bitcoin's fundamentals are great. AMC's fundamentals are improving. I love AMC play. Love GameStop play. Love my SQQQ play. Love SPY, but right now I did sell SPY at the top. I use it for dividends and stuff like that. But, guys, this is pretty much the video, man. Again, just leave emotions at the door. Bitcoin tracking, as I said it would. Decoupling from the stock market, like I said it would. Everything coming to fruition. AMC starting to find a bottom. I told you guys this was happening. Before the reverse split, I told you guys AMC wouldn't get to a new high for after a while. The high has been $20 after the reverse split. All of the things that I said are coming to fruition. I said about how when we did have the reverse split, I said, hey, the pre-market split, the split after we have the split, the price pre-market is going to be the highest price we see for a while. That was $20. Well, lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. So, I mean, again, follow who you want, believe what you want. Don't follow me. Don't listen to my advice. Always criticize everything. But, guys, my track record says it all on here. I've been on point doing my thing and will continue to giving my research out to the community to help benefit the community. Thanks for everyone who shows their support. Thank you, guys. I truly appreciate you. You guys are awesome. This video was brought to you by the DataZero family. Without you, I couldn't have any of this new equipment and all of these great things. So thank you for your continued support. You guys help make this possible. As always, y'all, have fun. Stay safe. Make money. Peace out. Oh, shoot. Green. I'm sorry. AMC is going to have a green week. I got so into the video, I didn't even realize I didn't give you the answer. AMC is going to have a green week, guys. AMC is going to have a green week. So your predictions are SPY is going to have a red week. AMC is going to have a green week. And GME is going to have a green week. Those are your predictions. As always, y'all, have fun. Stay safe. Make money. Peace out. All right, y'all, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and press subscribe. Press subscribe to join the DataZero family. If you want to support the channel, go ahead and press super thanks. There's a super thanks button down below. It's the $sign button, or you can donate a super chat during my live stream, or you can become a member of the channel. To become a member, you just hit the join button next to the bell icon or subscribe button, depending on what you're using. If you're using iOS, you probably have to do it on a computer. I also take private donations via PayPal or Cash App. All of these are appreciated. If you want to join my Discord, which is beneficial to everyone, obviously I get paid for it, but you guys get a lifetime membership to an exclusive community and a place where I drop my trades, exclusive technical analysis, market updates while the market is going on, and these trades are absolute bangers. I post some of the winners on Twitter, on YouTube, all over, but people are absolutely eating inside of the Discord. So if you want to join it, go ahead and hit me up on my email, DataZeroOfficial5. This information is linked in the comment section and the description. I also have an Instagram and Twitter, which you can follow me on. And you can message me on there. Just say, hey, I want to join the Discord. I'll get back to you with payment information. Payment is made via PayPal or Cash App. Once you make payment, I will send you the link. It's as easy as that. And again, I give out buy and sell signals, exclusive technical analysis, and this is one of the best private communities that you can join. But my YouTube community is great as well. Great people. So subscribe to join the DataZero family. Press like if you found the video informative. And as always, y'all, have fun. Stay safe. Make money. Peace out.